Hey everybody, back from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld Star Wars Let's Play. So, there's not a whole lot going on today, at least not yet. We have done some minor things, including getting all of the packaged survival meals moved on over to their own stockpiles. I'm also moving the repair kits over to here. So it turns out the repair kits do serve some use. They're actually required to make this repair bench work, which would have been nice to know that beforehand. But I actually caught somebody repairing something, and they went to get a repair kit first and then came back, and I think they fixed like a mortar shell. I don't know why that needed to be repaired, but sure enough, that's what they did. So we will keep those. I'm not going to sell them anymore, but that is worth, keeping an eye on. Also, what are we working on? Let's see. Now that crap, I forgot his original name, but he is now Angles. Now that Angles has joined us, he needs a leg. He's currently missing one. So right leg just blasted clean off. And apparently his right humerus is shattered, so we need to fix that as well. I don't think we can fix that through surgery. But yeah, he broke his funny bone, so we're going to need to fix that. And then obviously give him a new leg. So this guy's going to need pretty extensive bionics. I have queued up construction of the prosthetic leg, which of course we then turn into the bionic leg. And then I've also asked, I think Jade's working on it right now. I've asked them to start producing lightsaber components. That way we can make, where is she? Zash and eventually Maris a lightsaber. And I don't know who is actually further along in their training. Oh, she's actually got a level to spend. Alright, well, let's give her... I think we'll go lightsaber offense. Because technically, they can't effectively use a lightsaber until they have at least 1 point in there. They basically get dropped down to like half damage. Yeah. So they only do half damage with lightsabers until you have a perk in this. She is level 6, Zash is level 5, so I guess Maris is further along in her training, in which case we will give her a lightsaber first. I haven't decided what it's going to look like yet. Since she has a Vibroax, maybe we'll give her more of like a saber staff type weapon, and then Zash will get more of just a regular lightsaber since she has a cleaver. Since that's, sort of what they've been trained with. But yeah, we can take our pick of all the options available, but Jade is going to make us a casing. We'll see how long that takes. I don't think they'll take very long, but they do require a bit of plasteel, which obviously we don't have a ton of, and those bionics are going to be sapping our plasteel too. But we have to produce these two, and then we can make the actual lightsaber with those, plus whatever resource we decide, probably steel, to use for the main, part of it. But there's all sorts. There's double lightsabers. I think the prototype just looks slightly different. Curved hilts, cross hilts, like Kylo Ren's old style. I don't know what the Electrum one looks like. And then there's a couple of characters. I think Heth has the Mace Windu hilt. It's obviously got a red crystal in it, but it's Mace Windu's lightsaber. There's also the pike. I don't remember what the pike looks like. There's also the Honor Guard saber staff, so we'll probably give her either the double, the saber staff, or maybe the pike. I'll see if I can find pictures and choose from that. Oh, there's also the Inquisitor double lightsaber. Those look stupid. Those are the ones from Rebels that like spin around. I don't like those at all. But for Zash, we'll give her a small, maybe like Yoda's lightsaber or something, because she's kind of tiny. I mean, she's a regular sized person, but she's like the smallest build possible. So I think a smaller lightsaber would suit her better. Especially since, again, she's used to effectively a short sword as her primary weapon. Mara, what are you up to? Oh, you're just hauling stuff. Okay, fair enough. Let's make sure all these get forbidden as they get loaded in here, just so that nobody eats them. I had to stop a couple of people from snacking on them, which is annoying, but made it work. I'm actually going to open this up and see if I can get somebody to repair it. Who can do that for me? Salt, what are you currently up to? You're actually making the prosthetic. Okay, fair enough. You're making... Oh, wow, you're almost done making the lightsaber components. That's pretty impressive speed on that. it's not going to tell me how much work it is. But she's already done with that, so now she needs to make the internals. Once we have both of those, then we can go ahead and produce the actual lightsaber. I'm impressed at how quick that was, though. But let's see, who has some crafting skill? You need to get outside. You're actually a decent crafter. Can I get you to try repairing something? I can't prioritize it like that. Maris is about to throw it on. Oh, you're going to repair it. Perfect. Okay, we'll let her try then. I don't know if doing it this way will remove the dead man tag, but using this did not. So, sorry, this did not. I'm actually going to turn it off because... Wait, is it producing power? It says output. That's interesting. Power needed, power output. So is this actually generating power? That's kind of interesting if that's true. It could just be poorly worded. But anyways, that did not remove the dead man tag. It just patched it back up to 100%, and it was still considered dead man's clothes. So we'll see if this way works better. I really hope that it does, because these are actually quite expensive to manufacture. So if it doesn't, there's really no reason to repair anything this way. Okay, so she's working on that. Salt is working on this. That's actually not too bad. Of course, we still have to make it bionic. This is just a regular prosthetic leg. I wish the regular prosthetic legs required less plasteel. There's really no reason why you couldn't make a simple prosthetic out of something else. Obviously, a steel prosthesis would be pretty heavy, but, you know, it would work. It just would require a little bit more effort to lug around. So that is slowly increasing in quality. Kind of cool how you can watch it tick up. It's actually much faster than this way as well. But, again, we can only hope that it'll remove the dead man tag and then we can actually start using those. Otherwise, we'll start probably mass producing those things, since we can make them out of steel. Plasteel would be better, but obviously plasteel is pretty hard to come by. But ideally, I'd want everybody to layer those under their either their uniforms or their stormtrooper armor, just for additional protection. And that way, we should be more resilient to damage from, or at least like in vital areas. Obviously, the head is only protected by the helmet, but at least in the torso area, where, you know, your heart and your lungs and stuff are, they would be more resistant to damage there. So we're smoothing out these areas. I initially wanted to carpet them, but I don't know how well that's going to work. Yeah, flick that and then flick this one, if you don't mind. Nope, flick that one, since you're the closest. And let's see, we want an additional bionic leg. Cool. There we go. Had to reset her AI there a couple times by drafting her, but we were able to do that without having her haul it all the way back. So again, how much plasteel does this cost us? Another 35, so it does get pretty costly for those, because the original prosthetic requires quite a bit, and then making it bionic requires even more. So those are not cheap. Oh, still dead man's. That's a real shame. Well, I'm going to leave it on the floor. If anybody wants to wear it, I'll let them, and we'll see if it gives them a penalty, because some people don't care. You actually need a weapon. I completely forgot. I kind of cannibalized her weapon to give to somebody else. But anybody with, like, I think Zash has it. The Bloodless trait, I'm pretty sure she's wearing, yeah, she's wearing a dead man's armored vest, and she doesn't care, because she has, you know, Bloodless, so corpses and all that stuff really don't bother her. Actually, that being the case, maybe I'll have you equip the one we just repaired. Is it better than the one you have? I think they're all made out of steel, so I don't think there's really a difference in quality other than, you know, whatever actual quality it is. So 14 blunt, 43 sharp. This one's poor, so it's probably worse. No, it's better. Interesting. That might just be because it's in better condition, but either way, Zash, go ahead and equip that one, since it's better, at least numerically, and we'll figure out what to do with the other one. Anybody with Bloodlust or Psychopath can wear those, and I guess we'll just have to make new ones for the people that aren't. Oh good, this got built. Let's set that to like 25 Celsius. That'll just help keep this area a little bit more pleasant. Actually, that may cause us a problem though, because the hallway being cold is actually helping us with these polar bears. They're considered refrigerated, occasionally frozen when it gets cold, so that helps out because then they don't spoil. But we haven't had time to butcher them, and we keep getting more and more rice. We actually have a ton of rice we need to figure out what to do with. We don't necessarily need to refrigerate the rice though, so what I might have to do is toggle somewhere else for it, and if it spoils, it spoils, but the rice will last a lot longer than, you know, dead polar bears and polar bear meat will. So that might just be something we have to deal with. Salt, I thought you were going to make me a bionic leg. Oh, you're getting more components. Okay, fair enough. How is this going? This seems to be a much longer process for the internals. I guess it makes sense though, a lightsaber would be pretty complex on the inside. Oh, you're repairing this one? Okay. That one may end up being better quality. I don't think we have anybody else who is going to be too keen to wear that though. You already have one, so we can just patch yours up. Definitely not her. You already have one as well, but yours could use a bit of repair. You don't. Oh. Where are you at? Do me a favor and drop that. May take a quick break from your research and haul that away. Are they actually making survival meals right now? They are, okay. Are they getting delivered to the proper place though, or are people just nabbing them? Well, I kind of need to check, because I don't want to waste any of these. That's really the only way we can go on any sort of caravan trips, is if we have a sufficient amount of those. And it actually takes quite a few to go on a caravan trip, so I want to make sure that nobody's, you know, just eating them for a snack. Simple meal, simple, simple, nothing. Okay, we look to be fine. Yeah, we'll just make sure that she actually delivers it and doesn't pick it right back up. Perfect. And if she adds it to that stack, then it won't be a problem. This is nearly done. Salt, are you... You're a psychopath, so I don't think you would mind wearing one of those. I'm pretty sure she won't care. So we'll give her this one then. Lightsaber internals are finished, so... let me alt tab out here and see if I can find some pictures so I can make an informed decision as to what kind of lightsaber I want to make Maris. And I'll be right back. Alright, so unfortunately I couldn't find any pictures on the mod page. They just show a couple, like one example of each. So I wasn't able to see them all. I think I'm going to go with... Do I want to make the Honor Guard Saber Staff or the double? Let's just do a double lightsaber. And let's see, 10 ingredients... 1 set of internal components and 1 casing. I would prefer to use steel just because I have so much of it. But plasteel would probably make it a better weapon. Can I spare 10 plasteel though? I think I could. Yeah, we'll make it, you know, the best possible lightsaber we can. So we're not gonna cheap out here. We'll make it out of plasteel. And who is the best crafter that I have? Jade, are you... I mean, you did all the rest of the work. You're 11 for... Like, who's the best crafter we have? Because I want it to be... Well, actually, do they get a quality? Like, is yours... normal? Yeah, so... We want whoever's really, really good doing this, because we want, like, a superior or, like, an excellent or something. You're only 8. Salt at 12 might be the best we have. which is kind of surprising. Oh no, okay, Mordant at 14 might be it. Although I feel like I should maybe just let Jade do it. Like, she's still pretty good, and she did all the rest of the work. Well, I'll say 11 or better, and whoever comes along to do it will do it. But that way we at least have somebody we know is pretty competent doing it. So plasteel only, 11 or better, and we have everything else. So there we go. It's going to be our first constructed lightsaber. We still have to make a crystal for it. Maris, just drop it where you are. That's fine. Salt, what are you currently doing? When you're done with that, come wear this. But yeah, this will be our first constructed lightsaber. We still need to produce a crystal at the smelter. And for Maris, it'll probably just be a simple red one. So I forget how this works. We just need a saber crystal. I believe we can make any color and then infuse it, so maybe we'll do yellow. It takes 40 stone. That's not too bad. So let's start making a yellow crystal. Somebody can do that, whoever doesn't end up doing this. And why didn't she finish? What are you up to? You're gonna go put that vest on? Okay, when you're done with that, I would prefer if you went back to that bionic, because poor Engels is wandering around with... He's basically hopping on one foot. Wait, why can't you wear that with your armor? I don't understand. Because Kenta is wearing both, and Heth is wearing both. Why can't you wear both? Let's see. If it's one or the other, then obviously the Stormtrooper armor. So apparently she can't wear both. That is a real shame. Is this better quality now? It is. Okay, so it actually did improve. Well, I'm just going to leave it on the ground. If somebody wants to throw it on, I don't necessarily mind, but eventually we're going to replace those with ones that, you know, aren't dead man's clothes. Are you going to go ahead and make it? Okay, so Boss is going to do it. He is crafting 12, and your manipulation is 100%, so there's really nothing to worry about with you. By the way, Kenta does have this shoulder scar. I was going to look at maybe curing that. Can I not? It's so strange, because sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I don't know why we can't with his, but, like, for example, we fixed Boss's whole face. Alright, so that crystal's done. What we need to do now is infuse it. And what does that require? Just any one saber crystal. So, Maris, do you want to do that real quick? Oh, I guess I can't prioritize it. Maybe if I draft her? No. Still gonna go mine. Well, we have the crystal. It just needs to get infused with the dark side of the Force. It's actually not how... Well, I don't know how it works in modern Star Wars lore, because they keep changing shit, and generally for the worst. But in the past, the reason that all dark side of the Force users had red crystals is because they didn't have access to the places where you could get organic crystals, so they had to make their own, and the only color that synthetic crystals could exist as is red. Now in current Star Wars lore, I think somehow you being you know, or you using the dark side of the Force sort of warps your crystal into a red color or something stupid like that. I don't like that. I don't really subscribe to a lot of the new Star Wars lore because I just don't think it's very good. But I mean, there was plenty of stuff in the extended universe that wasn't very good either. But honestly, I was more willing to accept that and just be like, oh, you know, those are outside sources. I kind of wish they would do what Warhammer 40k does. If you're not familiar with Warhammer 40k and how they handle their lore, essentially everything is canon, but not everything is necessarily true. So when you read a novel, that novel is canon. However, the stuff in that novel, that information, could be from an unreliable source in the universe. So just because, you know, something happens in a book doesn't necessarily mean it's accurate to the lore, even though it is still canonical, which I kind of like, because that gives them the freedom to say, like, oh, you know, this wasn't particularly good, let's maybe not emphasize that, or we can explain it away as saying like, oh well, you know, the source of that was unreliable, therefore you know, that's not true information or whatever. In Star Wars, everything is canonical and everything is true, and so when they put out something really terrible, you're kind of stuck with it, and that's just that. But oh well. Star Wars is kind of dying. Oh, we can actually repair his humerus. 10 plasteel, that's rough. 10 plasteel and 2 medicine, but we can repair it rather than giving him an entirely new arm, which might be for the better, because a full bionic arm is going to be many times the plasteel cost. Anyways, let's install the bionic leg. Which one is he missing? The right leg? So we're going to install a bionic right leg then. Perfect. Full medicine. Make sure that happens. Who's idle? Boss? Oh, Mordant got in your way. Mordant's still making components. Well, as long as he finishes that soon. Because I don't mind him doing that. We do need more components coming up. We've actually spent a ton of them recently, but I'd like for this to finish as well. It's actually a long project, though. Almost 2,000 work. Heth just leveled up in the Force. Let's see. He's got 1 point. What do we want to do with that? Since we haven't gotten to test his new power yet, Force Strain, and we don't have enough for Force Storm, I could save this. Actually, I don't think I have enough points in... Yeah. We still need 3 more points spent here, so these all need to be like level 2 or some of them level 3 before we can even get that. I'll give him a point into Lightsaber Reflection. Actually, it makes more sense to get his defense up first, because the chances of them successfully doing this without full defense is pretty slim anyways. So let's give him Lightsaber Defense 5. We'll do offense next, then we'll start putting points into here and into here. But I'd kind of like to see him use Force Strain first to know whether or not it's worth putting more points into that, or if it's just kind of meh. Alright, so those components are done. I'm going to pause that project for a little bit. Actually, let's just bump this one ahead of it. And she is currently making that synthetic crystal. That's good. That's a long project too, but hey, we'll have a lightsaber pretty soon, right? Alright, so Engels is hanging out in his hospital bed awaiting the operation. I'm going to have May go ahead and get started on that. I'd prefer she do it because I'm fairly certain she's the best doctor we have. 15 with full passion is pretty damn good. There are other very good doctors though, but I think she is the best, if I'm not mistaken. I wish there was an easier way to look at people's skill. Like you can see everybody's skill in a certain thing from here, but it's not easy to like determine, you know, who's the best at something. You can't exactly sort by skill. It looks like she is. There's a couple people at 12 and 11, but she's the only one above that, so we'll definitely have her do it. Hopefully this goes off without a hitch. So we're just popping on his right leg, and we'll worry about his humerus later. I don't remember what we have him doing, but that might be a good idea to take care of fairly soon as well. Construction and crafting. Yeah, we probably should get your arm fixed up. In fact, let's just let's have it all done at once. How about that? So we'll do that too. May as well. One-stop surgery shop, right? We're getting a nice little bit of survival meals there as well. Let's look at these beds. I've kind of just given up on sorting them. We have so many high-quality ones at this point that I just don't really care. You know, some prisoners will get a little bit nicer sleep, some won't, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so here we go. Please don't kill him. Please don't Halleck this situation. Halleck is our medic in the 40k playthrough, and he's had a pretty inconsistent surgery history so far. He's just about as good as she is, though. It looks like she was successful. Do you want to go ahead and do the other one as well? Is she going to do it? Oh, she is. Perfect. So she got right on it. She's going to go grab the plasteel now. He's got his bionic leg. That'll make him a little bit faster. which is great. And then this is just going to take him back to 100% manipulation. Right now he's only at 50. I can't imagine what that would look like. His humerus is just completely gone, so is part of his arm just like a noodle? Because, like, I don't know how that would work. Like, eventually the bone would heal unless the bone was, like, disintegrated, which says it's shattered, but even a shattered bone will heal to some degree. I don't know how pleasant it would be or what it would look like, but it would not just be like a empty sausage casing or anything. You're hauling rice. Do me a favor and haul this up here so it's not just kicking around in her room. I'm trying to get all of our unwanted stuff situated here so when we get trade ships visiting, I can unload a lot of this junk. But it does take time, and then of course every time I unforbid a piece of clothing, somebody nicks it and tries to wear it, which is annoying. Alright, how are we doing on plasteel? Still got 152, so we're doing better than I thought. We might be able to crank out another lightsaber fairly soon, because honestly they don't cost that much. Even when we make the plasteel itself, the plasteel itself lightsaber, the lightsaber itself plasteel, it's only additional 10 on top of the other requirements, so it's really not that bad. And I think Zash is about ready. I mean, she's only one level lower than Maris. They can both push and pull with the Force, so they've got some training under their belts. And we'll try to get them leveling up a little bit faster. We need them doing, like, she should be crafting and growing all the time. That's all she should be doing. Maris, you should be crafting and maybe making art or fighting in melee. That's another thing we need in here. Something that we just added to our 40k playthrough is training facilities where they can shoot, work up their shooting skills, and also gain a bit of joy from that. And then also we can put in the melee ones, and it effectively does the same thing but with melee combat. I just don't know where I want to include that yet. It's got to be a fairly big space because the training dummies are actually, they require quite a bit of distance. I think it's under joy. So I think it's like seven squares, yeah. So like they could fit in this room, but it would take up most of the room. We wouldn't be able to fit that many. So something like this isn't ideal. Maybe over here something we can do that. The melee ones are a lot easier though, because obviously they just need to be adjacent with it. So if we plop those in, we don't need to make a whole lot of space around it. We can fit a lot more of those. So we can just do a couple of these and probably just kind of scatter them across the room, because obviously they, you know, don't take up a lot of space. So we could do like one there and one like that or something, and then another one like that. So we'd actually fit in quite a few. The only problem with all of these things is they require a lot of cloth, and we are a bit low on cloth. We can't make them out of any other material. They have to be cloth and steel, so we can't substitute like polar bear skin or husky fur or anything, which is unfortunate because we have a lot of those, but not a lot of cloth. And cloth is also needed for all of the uniforms and bodysuits that we're wearing, so it's a little bit difficult to come by. Boss, what are you up to, man? Oh, you're hauling chunks? Chunks are actually getting hauled? Since when? How is this stuff doing? This is deteriorating. We got some cargo pods, but we have nowhere to store this chicken meat. Alpha chicken meat. The boss chicken. But yeah, we have nowhere to store it right now, because of all this damn rice. Alright, so I don't know what happened to that set of power armor. Oh, here it is. Why did it end up over there? I'm pretty sure it should have gone here. Oh well, at least it's out of her bedroom. It just kind of vanished. Who is upset? Togrul? Why are you upset? Oh, because you keep proposing to people and they keep denying you. Before you go to bed, go outside just to get rid of that cabin fever. And then we'll let you catch some Z's. But that should help a little bit, and then obviously resting, if he's tired, will help as well. He's actually not. He'll get there soon, though. Alright, there goes your cabin fever. Perfect. Now you can go back inside, get some sleep. Jade, why are you making components? Oh, because boss started that, right? Well, I need you guys not hogging this, so as soon as she finishes that component, we'll just suspend that project entirely, because it seems like people keep trying to work their way in there. We'll forbid that. And hopefully we can sell those for a decent amount when somebody flies by. We should actually check. I built the comms console down here, so it's kind of out of the way, but it's the only place it would really fit. But yeah, I should probably send someone down there to just kind of take a look. Heth, what are you currently doing? Oh, you're just mining? That's why he's leveling up so fast. Because he's mining. No. Okay. We can call people up, but there's nobody actively in the area. Oh, good. Are you all patched up? Yeah. Sweet. So his manipulation is back to 100 again. We didn't add anything to his arm. We just fixed what was wrong with it. But his leg, because it was missing, we had to replace, and so we gave him something better than what he had. And so he's going to move around at 120% his normal speed, and his manipulation is back to normal, but he should be a lot more effective as a character now. And he's immediately going to go eat. Oh no, he's hauling them. Okay. Right back to work then. Gotta appreciate that. I'm sorry, boss. I did not know they were going to get in your way here. I'm going to draft you right now. Let's go ahead and suspend that. And boss, let's toggle your AI. Good, he's going to go work on that. Jade, move out of the way. And as soon as he gets started on his job, I'll undraft you and you can go do whatever else you want to do. Just don't need components right now. I mean, I do need components right now, but this is a higher priority at the moment. Okay. There you go. As you were. Everybody's mining. You know what? Let's, Oh, I already made a sculptor's table. I just forgot to actually tell them what to do. Ornate square pot plant. Plant pot. Make me some large sculptures for now. Do it out of... What do we have lying around? Got granite, got limestone... A little bit of sandstone, plenty of marble. I would think marble, but that's going to be very similar in color to the rest of our base. I guess we were going to try to do wood floors in here, so that wouldn't be a problem necessarily. Yeah, do marble. We have enough of it. You can do a few. Just do like 3 or something. And I only want marble. And then let's see. I don't really care who does it. I guess we should have like Zash or somebody do it. No, sorry, not Zash. Maris. She's not very good. Let's see. Who would actually be decent? Like, I like the idea of her leveling up, but I prefer somebody somewhat capable do it. Deleuze could do it. Honestly, there's better things she could be doing. Alright, I guess it's Maris then. We'll put Maris up to 2. Engels, I'm going to have you go down to like... Well, I guess you can do it too, but I'd honestly prefer that she do it. Let's do something like that. Because I don't really need him to be a good artist. Not that I need her to be a good artist, I just need somebody, but she benefits more from it because that'll level her up in the force faster. So, maybe she'll go make us some statues? Yeah, perfect. And again, those are going to go in these little inlets in the main entry, like right here, and right here, and here, and here, so on and so forth. Once we have terraforming, I was going to try to do like water behind there. I thought that would be kind of cool. And then again, wood floors in here, just to show off how fancy we are. Having wood floors, even though there's not a single tree around for miles. Potentially not even on this entire planet. Because, you know, it's one big ice ball, essentially. Why won't it let me drag this? Oh, right. Yeah, we only generated half of it, but it's pretty much all ice. There's like a little bit of tundra in the middle here, and there is some like forests and stuff. Whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. There is a bit of forest and stuff, but it's very minimal. For the most part, it's all ice sheet. And we're like way out here. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. We won't get to see the lightsaber finish today, unfortunately, but maybe next time. I mean, that might take a couple episodes, actually. But hopefully that'll be done relatively soon. Same deal with the crystal. That will finish a lot more quickly, though. And I think we're going to need to start expanding our power grid a little bit. We're not really gaining power, but we're not really losing it. So we're about like right where we need to be, but not really where we want to be. So I think it will be worth adding, I don't know, do we go for another generator out here? I did want to have like a way station between, just to sort of limit how far that conduit had to run, but we'll see about that. I could just add another one of these out here or something, but these are kind of unreliable. So it's a tough choice. If you guys have any preferences or suggestions as to what we should add next regarding the solar versus wind versus geothermal, let me know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.